are you doing this afternoon?
I'm fine.
Just fine. Why are you just fine?
I don't know.
Well, is there a reason you think you might be just fine?
I mean, I feel like my parents are out to get me.
Really? Well, I am your court designated worker. My name's Mr. Pace. It's nice to meet you. Your name is?
Emma Frost.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Emma. So, um, since there's a little bit of some uneasiness here, how would you feel about doing an icebreaker exercise?
I mean, I guess I have to.
Do you know what an icebreaker exercise is?
Not really.
Well, it's basically a opening where I talk, you talk. It kind of helps us get to know one another better and makes things less uneasy and kind of de-escalates the negativity. So how do you feel about doing something like that?
Well, I guess since I have to.
Well, you don't have to. You've chosen to be here today.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Okay. Well, I'll go and then you can go. My name's Lance Pace. I'm married to the love of my life, Nicole.
My name's Emma Frost. I'm 19 years old, and I love to have a good time.
All right. Well, as long as we're having a good time that's within the legal realm of things, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, YOLO, you only live once.
We'll get to that a little later on in the session. Okay, so growing up, my favorite book series was Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh, I love Harry Potter. That's my favorite, but I don't like to read.
So you just liked watching the movies?
Why, yeah. Who has time to read? I mean, seriously, come on.
Well, reading helps grow your mind and helps make you learn new things.
Okay.
Okay. So now, do you feel a little more comfortable and a little more easy about being here?
Sure.
All right. Well, I was looking over your file earlier and noticed that the reason that you're here today to meet with me is because you're in a little bit of trouble with the justice system and your parents. Staying out a little too late, not wanting to do what your parents have asked you to do. Would you agree with that?
I mean, I think they expect too much.
What would you consider too much?
Like, seriously, I'm 19. Why should I have a curfew?
Why should they do things for you?
They're my parents, duh.
Okay, so if they're doing things for you, do you not think that they should suspect you to do things for them?
Why, no, they chose to have me.
But still, with that comes responsibilities, and it's their responsibility to take care of you and make sure you're doing the right things.
Yeah, they chose to have me.
Okay. Even with that being said, they have guidelines they expect you to follow. When I was growing up, I was expected to do things a certain way. And if those guidelines weren't met, then there was a punishment. Do you not think that's how things should be?
Why, no? I'm 19. I'm a grown adult. I mean, seriously.
Well, if you're a grown adult, then who pays for your bills? Who pays for that car that you drove up in? Who pays for that cell phone that you have? Who pays for your stuff, your extras in life?
Well, they do. They chose to.
But what if they chose not to?
Well, then I guess I would have to pay it.
So, in reality, if they're choosing to pay for those things and not making you do that, don't you think the least you could do is do what they ask?
They choose to pay for those things. I didn't ask them to.
So you'd be okay with paying for all of your own stuff?
If I didn't have a choice, I mean, but they choose to pay for it, so.
All right. So we already know how you feel about that, how you feel about your parents. what we're here to do is to break down that barrier and to work on some goals to get you out of trouble. Is that something that you would like to do?
I mean, yeah, I don't like being in trouble. I can't have fun if I'm in trouble.
All right. So, what are some goals that you think that would be important for you to make?
I don't know.
So, do you think maybe doing what your parents say and following their rules, that could be a goal?
I mean, I guess that's what they want me to do.
And that's what you should want to do. Another goal we can make for you is that you're more interactive with your family and that you learn that your family does care about you and does love you, and that's why they have these rules set. Is that too much to ask for, considering what they're doing for you and that they love you?
I mean, I guess not, but you know, they choose to do the things that they do for me. They don't have to, but sure, that works.
Okay. And then I guess your third goal would need to be that we work on building up your character and what you want to make out of your life. Is that something that you think is important?
Yeah, that works.
Well, no, not just that it works. It's something that your life's going to be based off of. Eventually, you're not going to be with your parents anymore. It's just going to be you.
I guess.
Well, no. We need to understand these things.
Okay.
So, with goals, there comes a support system that needs to be in place. Do you have any type of support system that's not within the realm of the people who you're having problems getting along with?
My grandmother.
Yeah, your grandmother? So she's someone that you could go to and call on to ask for help
Mhm.
in dealing with these situations.
I mean, my former teachers.
Yeah? Do you have several or one that sticks out?
Miss Pace.
Yeah?
Mhm.
So, you could call upon her or your grandmother, and then since I'm your court designated worker, I could be there as a support system as well until we get out of this trying time in your life.
I mean, that would be nice to have someone else that I can talk to, that I feel close to.
Do you think that would help you with dealing with maybe some of your disruptive issues that you have towards your parents and towards your overall situation that could get you out of trouble?
Yeah, I mean, so I have someone to talk to other than my parents. It's just.
So those are always nice things to have. So I think really the main goal here is just getting you out of trouble, getting you out of the court system. That way you don't have to see me.
That would be nice.
Yeah. So, basically what we're going to do is we're going to continue to monitor this, and, you know, we've got our goals set, we've got our support system in place, and we're going to work on getting you out of this situation. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, that's good. My secretary out there will set you up with your next session, and we'll go from there.
All right.
All right. Thank you. It's good seeing you today.